So God will give me prophetic dreams sometimes about other people or just like the weather or just weird things or major events. Usually they have a certain feel to them, but I've had some pretty strange ones involving aliens and zombies the past few years. I figured I would just come on here and share and see if maybe any of you guys have had similar dreams or visions or messages from the Lord about these topics. On May 8th, 2023, it was a 3-day dream. It was the longest dream I've ever had in my life. Like, I lived a day, fell asleep, woke up and lived another day, fell asleep and lived another day. It was 3 days long. And I remember when I woke up and I had to go to work that morning, and I was just like so out of it, like like, am I in a real day now? Am I here? I have some notes here. Um, so the dream took place somewhere near a lake with houses around. I'm standing on the second floor of a lake house looking out the window. To the right side of the window at exactly 9:45 p.m., a huge UFO showed up with a big red door. The lights were all really bright, and I remember I turned off the lights in my room so that I could watch it and stay hidden from the dark, and I was watching it through my window. So then the next day I went outside and I was watching the sky, and I was crossing my eyes like when those magic eye pictures where it pops out and it's 3D when you're a kid. Like, I would look at those and I have like kind of like a lazy eye, so I would like cross my eye and let it go lazy, and then I would see the 3D shape. So I was like doing that at the sky, and I could see all of these 3D hidden images um, in plain sight, but people couldn't see them, and they were satanic images that they were putting in the clouds. And there was like squares with scary things inside, and there was like an evil rat looking rabbit with crazy eyes and fangs. So I was trying to like look at these satanic images to show people what they were doing in the skies and take a picture. And then the sky got dark. And then when it came to 9:45 p.m. again the second night, the UFO showed up. And it was in the same spot, and it had a huge red door again, but this time there was a shape to it, and it looked like, in the dream I thought, this looks like um something from Catholicism, and there was like windows on it that looked like they were like Catholic kind of crosses or something. And then I saw that they were in the news and people were reacting to these mysterious events at the same time. Okay, so on the third day of the dream, I go out to the water into the lake, and there's people in the community, and we're praying together and talking, and I'm telling them about these ships that are coming at night at the same time, and I want them to come see. At the same time, on the news, I'm seeing clips of like alien stuff in the news everywhere, and with this like alien booger material. I don't know. I know that sounds weird. Later on in that night, the third night, we're in the my room at one of these lake houses, and all of these people come in and fill up the room. And I cut off the electricity and turn off the lights in the cabin so that we can all watch the UFOs when they come before 10 p.m., which I wonder if that's symbolic of something. So we're sitting there and we start seeing ships and activity, and they're like kind of flying around. And then I get closer to the window and I'm like, no, look, you guys, that's not them. Like, the government was spying on me, and they knew I was going to show people. So they had put up a screen, and it had like images of like fake UFOs, like, to show everybody. Um, and there was tons of them, but it was just like a projection that they were doing on the sky. A more recent alien dream I had was, I feel like, a couple months ago, and I was in an airport and there was big crowds around. Whenever I have like prophetic dreams about events, usually I'm in a crowd of people. I'm not sure why. maybe it's because it's showing me that it's something that's going to happen to like us as a collective. But I'm in an airport, and then I look up and there's a big round window to the sky, and it's at night, and everyone's like looking at this crazy little blue light in the sky, like this UFO thing, and it goes boom, and it blows up into like a huge blue beam of a light. That reminded me of Project Bluebeam. Like maybe it's like an obvious reference to that. And if you guys haven't heard of that, maybe look into it. Years ago, when I was really young, I would watch a lot of dark stuff and dark movies. And then after God came to me in 2016, I just haven't had, you know, that desire to watch stuff like that. And I usually try to stay away from it. I don't watch zombie movies. I don't think about zombies. So when I would have these dreams come to me, it would really stand out. And I was waiting for my groceries in the bagging area, and there was two younger girls there, and I walk over to them and lean in between, and I ask them, "Are you guys ready for the zombies?" And I tell them, "Zombies are real and they're possible, and I hope you guys are ready for them coming." I woke up like, "What?" This one was weird. There was like this white sheet, and behind it were all of these bodies that had died from COVID, and the government was like hiding something behind this white sheet. And I went back there, and it was like, you know how dreams have feelings that don't make sense sometimes? Um, but in the dream, I remember feeling shocked that the government was hiding this secret that these bodies were coming back to life. Like they weren't actually dead and they were coming back to life, which is what I would consider a zombie. And the last zombie dream I wanted to share that stood out is really crazy experience for me. Um, so I had a dream that I was on a train, and on the train, I heard this rock band cover of the song Zombie by the Cranberries. Like, zombie, zombie, it's in your head. Like that song. Um, so I'm hearing it in the dream. It's not the original song, it's a rock cover of it. And in the dream, I just have this thought. That's God telling me, that's a sign right now. God's telling me that zombies are coming. I walk over to the train window and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, like, am I going to have to kill any of these in self-defense? I'm having these thoughts. And I'm trying to ask God questions about them. So, anyways, this is the part that gets crazy. This is in real life, okay? This is like 2 weeks later. I'm awake, and my friend's daughter wants to go to a playground that we never go to. And we go there, and there is a wine festival, which I had no idea was going on in town. And we walk up at this wine festival to the event, and there's live music. And right when I walk up and through the gates at this event, the band starts playing the same exact Zombies song. That's a rock band cover of the Zombies Cranberry song that I heard in my dream. The exact one that I had heard. It was, I had heard it in my dream 2 weeks before seeing it in real life. That was really trippy, like glitch in the matrix moment for me. I was just like looking around at the crowd like, okay, I probably look crazy right now. Because I'm like having this moment where I'm like, I mean, what do you say? I couldn't be like, I already saw this. I'm sure you guys have had moments like that, or like deja vu, or just like weird moments like that. Made me wonder what my dream meant and what it was about. I don't watch content on zombies. I don't know what these zombies would be, like of something, or if it's literal. I don't know very much about them. I do think it's creepy and interesting that Hollywood has such an obsession with making so many zombie movies, and there's probably a reason for that. And I know they try to do a lot of like pre-predictive programming stuff. Some other quick add-on dreams that I've had recently is I saw huge power outages, and it was like these big poles, and then one would knock out and it would hit the next one and the next one. That was interesting. Another really recent one, there was huge explosions that came, and I just remember everyone around me was just shaken, and we were like inside of a car, and it was just being rocked from all these explosions. And I just started praying Psalm 91, and I knew that I was going to be safe. It was like overwhelmingly insane outside, but I knew I was going to be safe because I had Psalm 91 memorized and inside of me. And we knew that there was more explosions coming. So one last little dream I had was I was in a hospital, and I heard the words like a speakerphone throughout the building, and it said cyberattack. And then there was like flashing lights too, and I looked outside, and there was an ambulance sitting there. This dream was interesting because right after that there was John George Ministries, who I follow, posted that there was cyber attacks like in Minneapolis or something, and mostly affecting the 911 call centers. So I don't know if that's going to be happening more, or maybe it has been the past few years. I'm sure there's more, but those are the ones that stood out that I wanted to share right now. And thank you for listening. And please share any of your dreams down below. I love to hear from you guys and hear what other people are seeing in the spirit.